Hello. How is everybody doing? You already know what the deal is. This is another episode of Thick Skin with Jason Tolbert. I am Jason, the architect Tolbert. This show has been helping a lot of people. We've been getting a lot of inboxes and a lot of inquiries and a lot of love. So we appreciate it. We appreciate it. Again, you're tuned into another episode of the Mind Your Business with the Architect Show. We are always speaking from a place of family, lifestyle, relationships, and or business. Do feel free to like, comment, share, subscribe, all that kind of good stuff. When you guys come on, please let me know that you're on. Say something so that we can acknowledge your presence. Hey there, Nikki, Shell, how are you? Good to see y'all. Um, so we are going to be talking about the 10 Commandments of family. The 10 Commandments of family. A lot of times we go through life and families sometimes can feel like they get special privileges and special passes and all that kind of good stuff because they're family. So we're just going to be talking about it all today. Of course, we got the one and only Miss Shar Allen, certified life coach as well as entrepreneur. She's in the building. And we're going to have a really, really good show. But before we go ahead and get started, I would like to go ahead and share some events with you today. Up first, we have 17 days. Love Connections, the single release. This is my friend, Teresa St. John. This is her new single release. I am the official host of the evening, of the afternoon. We're going to have a really, really good time there. Next up, we have, it's backed by popular demand. If you were at the first one, you know what I'm talking about. Intentional networking, how networking works. It has moved locations. It is now going to be located at the Cookbook. It is going to be February the 27th. This year, starting at 3 o'clock. Tickets are only $35. They've already begun to kind of fly off the shelf. If you are interested, you might want to get it together now so that you can secure your spot. Again, that is going to be facilitated by the one and only myself. Next, we have Authors in Art Women's Edition. We're so excited about this event. This is an event put on by Blue Skies Foundation and Authors in Art. This is a fundraiser that they do bi-monthly to raise money to continue doing the work in the community. It's going to be hosted by the one and only Miss Mandatory Hostings, a required presence. She is always, and I mean always, a good time. Up next, we have Soulful Saturday. If you were just at Jazzy's with us this past Friday, then you already know what it's like. Soulful Saturdays with the one and only Mr. AO Radio, live band and R&B music. A night with AO. We'll have guest appearances. It's free entry, great food, great drinks. Come on, have a good time with us. Up next, we have Lock Pro University presented by Pure Bell Locks. Locking, learning, and networking. We do have the official date. The date is going to be March the 20th from 2 to 5. It's going to be located at the Ramada on Bay Meadows. We have the one and only Miss Sherry V facilitating that one. We have Dreadlock Diva as well, and then myself as well. I will be providing the business aspect of it. I'm going to throw this up there, even though we're going to talk about it in depth a little bit later. We have Chick Chat and Jason, the Architect Tolbert presents. Dun, 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 dun. Let's chat. This is a piggyback off of Chick Chat. This is the premier LGBT empowerment brunch. It is happening Sunday, March the 13th, 11 to 2 o'clock. We got some phenomenal panelists. Of course, we got the one and only certified coach, Shar. You have myself. You have Tiffany Blight, Barbie Martin, Terry Sams, everybody's favorite bartender, Lisa Scott, and Sherry B. So excited about that. And we are about to get started with the show. So if you're just now joining, you're tuned into another episode of the Mind Your Business with the Architect Show. Please do like, comment, share. Let us know you're in the room so that we can acknowledge your presence. I see some people in the room. I'm about to get that going in just well, I can do it right now. So we have Cynthia. Hey, Cynthia, how are you, sweetie? Good to see you. Adrian, Teresa, you know I just said your event. I'm hoping that they will come out. We're going to have a good time there. Miss Lavonda, the one and only Bold and Beautiful. I love her. We are here. Share, like, comment, and all that kind of good stuff. All right, so we are going to be talking about the 10 Commandments of Family with the one and only Jacksonville's favorite inspirational warrior. I don't even know what to call her. We go through words like this all the time, but warrior is definitely in there. The one and only Miss Shar Allen.
Hey,
How are
yes, you bring
you?
us through them events now.
Look, I'm
They
trying
can't
to.
say we have nothing to do in Jacksonville. That's positive, bringing good energy, networking, learning some information.
Yep. I making my personal business to make that statement a lie. Every time I hear somebody say ain't nothing to do, I go make another event just cause.
Right.
So look, y'all see Shar, she's in the car. I'm gonna go ahead and
Good
address
afternoon, y'all. I'm in the car, leaving from seeing my mom, but God is good. And my spirit is feeling pretty good right now.
yes, and I know this is going to be a good show. That just means that adversity wanted to show up so that we couldn't get out what we needed to get out today. That's how I'm going to take that.
All right.
But we are overcomers. We are survivors. We are warriors. So we are here, y'all. We're talking about the 10 Commandments of Family. Before we get going, I know we kind of started with this last time, but I like to redo it so the people who didn't see it last time, they can get to know a little bit about you. So tell us your story pretty much like in a nutshell.
All right. So, hey, y'all. My name is Charmaine Allen. I'm a certified life coach and also mixologist certified through Embrace You Coaching. My
Mm,
business is Cocktails of Sweetness, where there is a taste of sweetness in every cocktail. Make sure y'all follow me on Facebook and Instagram. As well as a certified life coach. I have my own women empowerment event called Chit Chat, which me and Coach Jay, the architect Talbert, are hosting together to bring.
yes.
You see, I got on my colors today. I ain't even know, bringing y'all all our rainbow energy, so you can look forward to us being on every scene, but where there is love, light, awareness, and amazing energy. Oh, don't forget about networking. So y'all follow me Facebook and Instagram on Cocktails of Sweetness. Again, where there is a taste of sweetness in every cocktail.
Bet. All right. I appreciate you for introducing yourself. Um, so families sometimes have this unspoken kind of rule that they get to do whatever they want to do to you because you my family. Um, I'm supposed to just, forgive you every single time because you're my family. Um, I'm not saying whether we're right, whether we're wrong. All I'm doing is saying let's talk about it. Okay. Um, you can feel how you want to feel. Nobody's right, nobody's wrong. So I am going to go through them really, really quickly, then we'll go through them one by one. So the 10 commandments of family is one, you will not talk to me any type of way because you're older. Number two, don't confuse my love for weakness. I will cut you off. Number three, I don't owe you anything. Anything I do is out of love, not obligation. Number four, respect is a mutual thing. Number five, I'm not a bad person for calling out toxic behavior / people just because they've been like that for years.
Mm,
Number
mm,
six, I don't have to tell you my business, and if I do, it's not yours to tell.
yeah.
Number seven, I don't have to consult with you about my personal life choices. Number eight, if I want your opinion, I will ask for it. Unsolicited advice from people who project their insecurities are the worst. Number nine, I'm not obligated to deal with you just because you're family. And then number 10, if a family event will stress me out, I will not attend. But you can come visit me though. I can control what happened in my house.
Mhm.
Let's talk about it. Let's go to the first one.
Okay.
All
The
right, the
first
first
one.
one is you will not talk to me any type of way because you're older. Let's talk about it.
All right. So just starting, I see you had the 10 commandments. All of that is really in setting healthy boundaries. You
Right.
know what I'm saying? It's unlearning what we have been taught and finally having enough respect for ourselves to stand up and voice our opinion about it. All right. So you will not talk to me any kind of way because you're older. So I would say, we always were taught to respect our elders,
Right.
but in the same breath, elders, they have their ways, but they can dog you out and talk to you any kind of way and expect you to accept it because I'm your elder, I'm older, respect me. And respect is given, is give and take.
Right. It's earned. So growing up, they do say respect your elders. But
Mhm.
then on the flip side of that, they say don't let nobody disrespect you out here.
Yeah, I was gonna say, so I won't intentionally like disrespect you, but I will not let you disrespect me.
There you go. That's it.
So, cause there is it's levels to it now. Like, a cousin that is 5 years older than me or whatever, oh, you getting told off. You getting a good blessing. I'm learning how to really filter my words, but you getting a good blessing. But I'm also learning not to react to stuff. Now, if you I can't. I'm
I feel
like, there's a way to say things without to let people know that they're disrespecting you without being disrespectful.
exactly. And that's what I would say do. Do that. If that doesn't work, my 2 feet work. Just like I walk to you, I can walk away from you. And it's just that simple. I'll do that before I disrespect you. But what I won't do is just let you just outright disrespect me.
Hmm.
And I don't really care how old you are, and I don't care who you are. I mean, mama, daddy, sister, brother, skunk in the yard. It don't
Hmm.
matter. All y'all. Number 2 is if you see me looking down on my phone, I'm sharing the video. So number 2, don't confuse my love for weakness. I will cut you off.
Again, another healthy boundary. Like the people that we are becoming, regardless of how other people view us, as this is all in the light of God. So the hearts that we have, the commitment that we have, the loyalty, the willingness to exist and help and save the world. You know what I'm saying? We learning now that everybody should not have access to us.
Yeah,
Everybody can't go with us. So I crave and desire peace and protecting my peace and just being more protective of myself. So it's like a grieving process for me because I've learned to attach so much to all the wrong things
yeah,
that I'm having to detach a lot more than I thought. And it is like, ooh,
yeah.
but I know, what I deserve and what I desire. So eh, family or not, I don't it's a
Yeah.
way to meet people where they at, and then going to where I go, where I can be loved on and not torn down.
So I I'll ask you, do you have family members that you just had to cut off?
Oh yeah. Yeah,
Yeah,
most definitely.
I
Most
definitely
definitely. What'd you say?
I said I definitely do as well. What were you about to
Yeah.
say?
I was just gonna say, like, I've like had this experience before where I had to meet people where they at, but realizing that it wasn't good for me in my mental space.
Right.
So I don't wish any harm on anyone. I don't dislike anyone. It's just not a pleasant place for me to be around that type of behavior.
I agree. Like I'm people like I'm talking about like immediate family members that
Oh
I
yeah, for
had to cut
sure.
off. And it's just to the point where I'm just done. I can't. I'm about to be 40 this year. I I let y'all have it for too long. Like I gave y'all way too much time to do that. Like I'm almost mad at myself for just now at this age, just now trying to live for me. Like I should have been doing this. Is what I'm saying.
But you can't be mad at yourself. Something I've been practicing daily is like use kinder words. Don't beat ourselves up for not having all the answers because obviously the people that we thought were guiding us didn't have the answers. So God has a funny way of working stuff out. Like something plenty of the dynamics with my parents personally, I've circled the block quite a few times to try to mend a relationship and
Mm-hmm.
heal. And even with my mom, like I never thought that we would be as close as we are now, regardless of the circumstances. Like God done blessed me with I ain't gonna say with a whole new heart because I didn't had this heart, but how I feel about her versus how I felt 2 years ago, it ain't nothing but God that has brought me through that. So I had to kind of let it go, not knowing the circumstances of everything, and also realizing it's not for me to figure out everything. Like, it's all in God's timing. So
Period.
I've been in that situation plenty of times, and then you just make peace at some point.
Yep. Yep. You decide that my piece is more important at some point. I've got some comments coming in. Adrian said, "Hey, that's my bartender. You the bartender for her single release?" Yeah.
Yep.
Nicole, thank you for tagging. April said, "Hey." April said, "Amen." So let's go to the next one. Number 3. I don't owe you anything. Anything I do is out of love, not obligation. Like, that one really, really hit home for me.
I'm getting set up so you can see me better. It's definitely out of love. People feel entitled, I guess.
Yeah.
Somehow they feel entitled. And I'm like, no, I'm not obligated to do these things. I may have the talent. I may do these things for other people, but it does not automatically grant you access or the ticket in, especially if you don't know how to treat me.
Yeah. People, I don't know, like, so the people who are like just naturally, genuinely good people, they're just a good person all around. So then other people just expect for them to continue just being a good person. And in doing so, you hold me to some type of something where you feel like I have to be doing this for you. I don't have to call and check up on you. I don't have to come through when you say the kids need to be picked up. I don't have to come through when you say, hey, I'm doing this event. But I don't have to do that. I do that because I genuinely just want to do that out of love.
I was gonna say there's a genuine desire there, but again, all so far everything really rolls back to healthy boundaries, determining what is best fit for you in the person that you're becoming or transitioning into. Like, we do things out of love, don't think twice about it, don't second guess it. Something going on, yeah, I'm there, count me in.
Yeah.
And sometimes we really do it to ourselves, I would say. You wanting to be that person for everybody, and then you take a spin and it's like, wait a minute, we only supposed to pour from our overflow.
Exactly.
But we even in these hold ourselves accountable of allowing these people, places, and things to drain us, to drain the well dry when the valve's supposed to be shut off anyway at this point.
Right. And then we do this thing that we tell ourselves that if we don't do that, I'm being a bad person.
Oh my goodness. It is a mind play on you.
You're not a bad person because you said, hey, I'm going to choose me this time.
Hello?
Like, whoever was called a bad person for doing that?
I don't know. I think that's just a sign of like manipulation.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because we have it embedded in us that we can't say no. No is a healthy boundary. That one word I have learned is a healthy boundary, because a lot of times we get up and we do things that we don't want to do. Now, I'm not saying like by all means don't push yourself, but when it comes to certain things, you have to know where you are really at. Even like with doing events, like we can't do events with everybody. Everybody does not have the same vision, goals, morals, values.
Yep.
Like what we doing and what others are doing, may not be the same. And I can't take that away from them because it's an avenue for everybody.
Absolutely.
But this lane that I'm in is let me bounce off my girl. It is mandatory. It is required. It is very much so required.
Yeah. I got you. I love it. Shout out to Tori if you're watching.
Yeah.
As you would, Miss Donna says, happy Tuesday. April says, they expect it from you and people just get comfortable. And they do. I don't know, somewhere along the lines of, I'll do this for you or I can help you out, something became, you have to do this. April says, real talk. I appreciate y'all for watching and engaging. If you can do me a favor, go ahead and share this so that we can get this out to as many people as we can. We're going to go to the next one, number 4. Well, I do want to pop this on here real quick. Pure Bell, she said, please print these comments, please. I got you. I'll put them in your inbox. So I appreciate you for watching as well, lady. We are on number 4. Respect is a mutual thing. You gonna respect me. Like, you're going to respect me. I won't have it any other way. Hold on, your volume. You're muted. Hold on, let me unmute you.
Oh,
there we go. Go ahead.
Oh, hey. Dang, I was sitting up there saying hey to all the people. Hey, y'all. Nobody could hear me. I was just trying to get situated so I can get the sharing and everything. But I just feel like respect is for anybody. Like, I'm not going to blatantly disrespect anyone. I don't care how mad I am. I know whether we say things that we don't mean, but I'm going to just, pump my brakes. Because I'm going to give you the utmost respect. And then I'm going to respect you even in times when you don't respect me, just because I know how I used to be and can fly off the hinge. And I'm not saying that can't happen, but anything that triggers me of that nature, then that is not the space for me. So respect is due to, they say respect due to a dog. Respect is due to anybody, but also learning that respect means something different to everybody.
Right.
So you have to teach people how to treat you, because where you come from, where like, okay, so I'm gonna tell you about my hood side. Where we come from, if you're cheating in spades, we flipping the table now. It's a riot. We flipping the table. But I also know in that demeanor, you know what I'm saying, if someone's cheating or something has happened that's triggering me, I can't flip the table.
Right.
But where we come from, if you don't flip the table, it's like your mama send you outside, somebody bullying you, and she say fight, and you better win. That stuff right there get you in trouble. Go out fighting and say you better win. But at the same time, that's what respect look like for them. They get respect by winning the fight. But realizing on this other hill side that, sometimes it's just not our fight. If people can't respect me, I let them know why or how they disrespect me, and leave them with that information, what they choose to do with it or not. And if you can't acknowledge that, then man.
Sometimes respecting you looks like me walking away.
Hello?
And that's the greatest form of respect in some cases, because if I only said what I was thinking, if I only did what I was thinking about doing, all that kind of good stuff, it would not have been pretty. And so these are the 10 commandments of family, and I'm just being really transparent. There's been times where they don't respect me as they respect everyone else. So it's like how you say everybody has their own definition of respect. So if I'm seeing everybody respect other people the way they respect people, and I don't get respected in the same manner from each of you in your own respective places of showing respect, now I'm like a second-rate family member. I can't even let you do that to me.
I was gonna say in reference to that is people treat us how we allow them to treat us.
Mm-hmm.
So even though they may treat you in that manner, you don't have to receive that. You don't have to accept that, knowing that you are worthy, that you are the king. All that king energy you've been bringing, I ain't gonna say it right now. All that king energy that you've been breathing, like, you need to know that you earn all that king energy. Do you even have swag like that? Do you even walk like that? You know what I mean?
I just got that. Like, I'm so happy that I'm here.
That's why I'm gonna boost you up every time I see you. Every time I'm like, yes, this the look, hero. This is the look.
And it's just like, I don't know. At just some point, you just get tired, and dang it, I'm tired.
Just listening to you, I gotta be transparent. It is a lot of hurt it is a lot of hurt and pain in the things that we have endured. But that's why we're gonna be so great,
Yeah,
because we are finally finding that peace, that balance, that value in us. And once we find that value, can't nobody take this value away from us, because the tribe that we have, we can only become more valuable.
exactly.
So the people that I've been around that are making me feel less or not, that don't value me, then let me holler at my tribe that's, ready to pick me up and
Yeah,
carry me on what's the little things, they carry in
I know what
Egypt and
you're
stuff
talking
with the
about.
pharaohs on it.
Yeah, I know
Yeah,
what
I'm
you're
trying
talking
to
about.
I'm trying to go in like that with my Tiana Taylor six pack I'ma have. Yeah.
Say what?
The royal treatment is all I ain't taking nothing less.
Period. And I demand it.
That
I'm
was
not
probably
even
the Leo in me.
no,
But
but I feel like it's not a request. I demand it. Period. Let's go to the next one. Number 5. I'm not a bad person for calling out toxic behavior / people just because they've been like that for years. I
yeah,
believe everybody got cousin, auntie, uncle, sister, brother, niece, nephew, third cousin on your mama's daddy's second husband side. Everybody got somebody who is just toxic. And they
mhm.
be looking like, why nobody don't want to hang around me?
But see, the thing is that they don't know that some know what they're doing and others don't know any better, because for one, we don't talk about things, we sweep it under the rug, or coming into conditions and stuff like mental health, mental illness, things that we didn't talk about. There could be so many things that are altering a mental space for
Yeah,
people to even cut up like that.
that's good.
Knowing what I know now, watching my mother, experiencing my own issues with depression, anxiety, PTSD, and all the other things that go on in our mind while feeling rejected by our own, the people that we come from that have created us, is a whole mental play on yourself.
Yeah,
So the thing is about that is they can't receive it from us, because they don't even know that it's not just in one person, it's in the whole family, and
yeah,
nobody wants to acknowledge that. So for everybody else, oh, it's normal, but for the person that is healing and trying to do better, see, has different eyes.
you're right. Like it's like
So
what they say: hurt people,
mhm,
heal people, see differently.
mhm.
All that it's real. It's true.
So before graduating and going through this course, I thought I could just help anybody, save people. Um, Ooh, child,
I
child,
was in
child,
the same
child.
class. I know exactly what you're talking about.
And I'm also learning to pick my battles. Like toxic behavior, I'm gonna call it out if it's affecting me.
Yeah,
If it don't have nothing to do with me, like my hands is up,
yeah,
because what can I do? I can show you the things that I'm doing to try to, and not encourage that or encourage counseling, but I can't, we can't save them. So I call them out when it is affecting me or I'm
I agree.
around it, and I'm just like, okay, enough. Like that's just too much. Let's call it how we see it. And 'cause I'm so transparent. Like I went from literally not saying a word, shutting down, to just everything just flying out my mouth. And I was like, oh girl, that's not, you want to talk, but
Right.
it's a way to do everything. So calling people out um is not for me to slander them or make them feel less. It's just like, hey, these are your actions, this is how it's making other people feel.
Right.
Do you care about these people that you are reacting this way with? Do you understand, you know what it is that you're doing? I'm not saying hold nobody hand, because we can always say like we all grown, but just, I'm playing the advocate here, just on the other side of things now, knowing what I know about mental health. I'm such an advocate for counseling. In fact, I signed up today to start counseling again on Friday. Um, Even though newly certified, the coach needs a coach. I
Yeah.
then Had a talk with my mentor the past 2 days to get everything on straight. It's a lifestyle change. So toxic people behavior, it's gonna be all around us. Like I'm just learning it's how we react that and we can still call them out with the good words, with the good
So
words.
as I and maybe let me explain or let you have a visual of calling out. I don't mean walking through the house just getting on everybody. That's not what I mean calling out toxic behavior, because at that point you're the toxic one. If you
Yeah, that's why I'm just explaining to them. Like
so
it's a way to do everything.
a toxic is like, hey, you said so and so and so and so, and I didn't like that. It made me feel so and so and so and so. That's what calling out looked like. Hey, how come I was wondering why you treated me a little different than so and so and so and so. I don't know if it's me. I'm just, can we talk about? That's what calling it out looks like. I don't mean going around just calling people out. But that's important because that's not what we're talking about. But you have to be able to call it out. You got to be comfortable with addressing it. That's what I'll say. Acknowledging it. Because if you don't acknowledge it and it made you feel some type of way, it's just going to stay there and build into something else, or something else will probably build on top of that. And that's how it happens. April says, I feel like the ones who don't know they are toxic doesn't see life the way I do. Like small-minded people, their minds aren't open. I understand exactly what you mean by that, April. Ms. Donna, as you would, says, one of my self-love, I cut toxic people off, including family members.
Yeah, for sure.
Because they will be the main ones that will be bringing you down, and you just be letting them, and all on the sake of that's my cousin, or we grew up together. I ain't got time for that.
But see, with these abandonment issues that I had, I believe that it was okay to just accept and settle for what I was receiving. Exactly. But now, healthy boundaries for me is, hey, this hurt me. This hurt my feelings. This is how I feel about it. Do you understand? You know, this is how I feel about it. Are you willing to accept? In some cases, we're not willing to accept, but I'm like, okay, well, I have to continue to protect and defend me, because I can't let that slide. I would rather not hold a grudge if you understood how you made me feel, but because you don't right now, let me just keep it moving.
Yeah. Can you not do that anymore? And if they cannot not do that anymore, well, you cannot be around me.
And me being me, I can give you some better words to use that I'll be receptive to and understand. But that other stubborn side of me, I've been got just like this. Close my ears and close my eyes and walked on off. Yep. That's better than me reacting and saying some of the things that I would say before. So God's still working on me.
He's working on all of us. I'm right there with you, baby. We'll go to the next one. Number 6 is, I don't have to tell you my business, and if I do, it's not yours to tell.
Whew. Yeah. That go ahead with that one.
I cannot. It really is like a pet peeve, something in me when people feel like, and I'm just saying in general, people feel like, oh, you didn't tell me so and so. I mean, I get it if you just like, oh man, you got some new shoes. You didn't tell me that. Like, okay, or whatever. But when people really feel like, oh, you didn't tell me that, I really wanted to tell them, I don't have to tell you that. I'm telling you now. Just take it for now. They really feel like you have to tell them sometimes.
Yeah. I'm gonna say with that, I stopped caring about that a long time ago, especially like my days where I was still undercover, right? So I didn't care about anybody knowing. I just didn't want my grandma to know, right? Grandma did not play with me, but I did not. That is the last person that I want to know that I was doing something wrong, because in her eyes, I didn't do anything wrong. So when I was kind of cutting up, I was like, "Ooh, don't let grandma find out." So in this case, before I came out, like, you know, my family, some of my other family, I don't know if I really came out to them because I didn't really care. More so my parents or people who are close value receive the information. But when you're on the outside, I'm not thinking, nor do I care to give you that information. So I'll say everybody used to try to tell like grandma on me. And she'll be like, well, grandma know her churn. Whenever you ready to talk, just let me know. And one of the relationships I was in, I ended up giving her a picture of us. And she was like, well, I don't know what will ever happen to the kids if y'all separated. So I said all that to say I was so nervous about her knowing my business. And it was the purest love that I could receive, the purest love and support that I could receive. So that let me know I only have to tell my business to the people that matter.
Exactly.
And now I'm so transparent. Whatever I put out there, I'm fine with that. Like, it doesn't matter. Tell your own business, but people ain't gonna do that. So tell mine, but make sure you let them know, how I'm breaking these barriers and these curses.
Yeah, don't tell half the story now. So we got some new comments.
What you on? Because I don't see none of these comments.
Right now, I've got two different phones in my hand. One's on the Thick Skin page, one's on my personal page.
Oh, okay.
And the way this is set up is not allowing me to put up the ones from both pages.
Okay.
There. Okay, so April says, for sure, they are the ones talking about family. Ms. Donna says, exactly. Always protect you and your peaceful space. Sierra, thanks for joining, girl. We miss you. She says number 6 is one of my favorite mantras. Miss Donna says, yep, I can tell my own story the best. I love that.
That's right. It's my story.
Yeah, let me tell it.
Because we left out the good part. Don't tell them when I ain't,
Right, because if you tell your story, you ain't really going to tell the story.
Hello?
You're going to tell
I'll give you the nitty gritty.
Say what?
I said, I'll give you the nitty gritty.
And I'll tell you everything.
But for me, what is it to talk about anyway? You ever seen before TikTok came out, the baby was like, worry about yourself.
Yep.
That's all I do. Mind your business. That's all. Just mind your business. Just mind your business. That's all.
Peaceful living.
Just mind your business.
When you truly don't have an opinion about nothing nobody do, just whatever, that is a recipe for happy living. That's when you really manage your business. Thank you, Daniel Lee, for joining all the way from Orlando. We're going to go to the next one. Number 7 is, I don't have to consult with you about my personal life choices.
Yeah, I've been out here making choices for myself for a long time. And not that I don't need guidance or stand corrected, but, we've stumbled on this journey for many different ways. My coming out story looked completely different from yours, or, my childhood trauma looked completely different from yours. So, how do you consult with the people that you don't feel like have led you in the right direction in the first place?
Right. Even with me being gay, I remember I was like, oh my God, how do I tell everybody? I mean, I feel totally different now today, but I remember going through that. And I remember, I am a product of 10. So I have 9 siblings. That's what I said. I said, Mama, why?
Mm-hmm.
But my mom and dad has 10 children together. So that means that's 9 plus 2 parents. That's 11 people to have to come out to.
Okay.
And I literally made 9 phone calls. It was 2 people I did not tell. I don't know why I didn't tell. I know when I'm in the mood to do something, I got to do it. Like if they didn't answer the phone, they didn't get told by me. So I didn't tell one of my baby sisters, and I did not tell my mom, but I told everyone else. But I'm sure that everybody else, as soon as it happened, everybody was on the phone. Anyway, so I'm sure that, but I remember that. But now I feel like I didn't even have to do that. Like I didn't.
Right. You probably didn't feel safe enough to tell them in the first place.
But I don't owe you that. I don't have to like you didn't come to me and say, hey, this is what I'm. You know what I'm saying? Like just where my mind was back then, as opposed to where it is now. I don't owe nobody nothing. But I didn't know that then.
Yeah. I would say I was like, why was I undercover in the first place? Why
Right.
was I undercover? Like I told like my uncle and my cousin because they used to do my tattoos and he know everybody, just being nosy, pitching for information. And then me and my mom got into an argument one day and she was wanting me to take her somewhere. And I was like, no, ma'am, my grandma sent me over here to get you. And this is what we doing. I ain't going all the way there. And she got mad, so she thought she'll start throwing little stuff out. And I was like, she was like, right, you around here liking women. And I was
Oh,
like, okay, yeah. I was like, yeah. What else you got? That's
right.
it. Because other than that, your girl is working 3 jobs in school, trying
Right.
to make it.
That's all you can see.
My dad was like, at the time, he was like, well, I already knew that, baby. I still love you. And I was like, okay. And I was like, the only person I was really worried about is my grandma. And just the support that I got from her, even though she may not have agreed with it. Like, she ain't never make me feel like less. We some of the greatest people on earth. What you mean? Our sexuality does not define our true capabilities. It is just another platform to use this voice that we had. So, like, even though, regardless of the time frame, we decided to choose same-sex partners for our sexuality, like, our stories are obviously different. And for one, you are a Black male, so the respect that I get as an out lesbian woman, I have seen some of my close male friends, um I don't want to say who and what is harder or make anybody else's situation feel minute, but it takes a lot of confidence to walk in your truth and be exactly who you are. And God's still blessing us. For those who don't know, God is still blessing us.
Yeah.
So to finally get to this point, like,
It's,
you just don't feel safe. You just don't feel safe or secure enough or value enough to even want to share this vulnerable
yeah.
part of me.
Yeah.
So
You hit it
I'm
on the head.
rooting for you, boy. I'm holding you. We on this coming out store. I'll do a cartwheel for you right now. I will
You're
do a
having a great
cartwheel.
time. Giving people something to come back to. And I know
Right.
you're crazy behind wood right now. But I'm
Wood.
so happy to be here. Like, God is amazing. Like, I would have never guessed I would be here, not really caring. Like, I just don't care. Like, I'm just over
It's a free, like, you know how much blocks and boulders we done dropped off our shoulder. It's just like it's a free energy.
how much stress I have been carrying around with me willingly, like picking it up,
Mm-hmm.
carrying it with me. That is no longer there. Like, it's amazing. We got a couple more comments. Sierra says, you don't forget what I was about to say. She says, you don't owe explanations to anyone. Living your truth is your gift to the world. I absolutely agree with that.
Yep.
We need diversity. We need difference. We need all those different opposites and all those different things. She
Yeah,
said,
Coach Michelle gonna get me for stealing her words because I'm telling you, the more difference we are, the more different we'll make. Since the first
yeah,
time she said that to me, it just stuck with me. I'm gonna say it every time because even with both of us being a part of the community, the people that you can connect with, I may not be able to connect with,
and
and the
vice
people
versa.
that I connect with, vice versa. But my bro, when we connect together, you know what I'm saying? They ain't ready. They not
They
ready.
ain't. They ain't. Sierra, she also says, we value opinions and criticism of the people we love. We don't want to disappoint, but in the end, they love us regardless. You're exactly right. She says, we are awesome together. Thank you, Sierra. I appreciate you. And I see you sharing it. I appreciate it.
Thank you.
You're right. So we tend to value opinions and criticism to the people that we love or that we are close to. It's just innate in us. So you're exactly right. And then there is a certain thing in us that says, I don't want to disappoint or bring shame or whatever the case may be. But in the end, it's supposed to be that however the chips may fall, they love you regardless.
So, but
Because
see, I'm just at a point where I'm choosing me. So disappointing others, I'm disappointing myself by trying to please others.
yeah,
So no more of that. I'm going hard for me all 2022.
if
I'm going hard.
if
I'm
by me choosing me disappoints you,
I'm
wow,
sorry.
that's not my goal. And I do really legitimately apologize. Sorry, not sorry,
Mhm.
because this is just what it is.
In the
Number,
work, and something else I've been quoting, and I do be watching RuPaul Drag Race. He say, "You watch RuPaul? I
yeah. So
love
this new season,
RuPaul.
he
Love
got a new show.
RuPaul."
Look, so shameless plug. There's a show I think is on Paramount. It's called Queen of the Universe.
Okay,
So these are drag queens that actually sing. I mean, and they can sing.
so not lip sync for your life.
No,
I mean,
they
lip sync
actually sing.
battles.
Yeah, and the executive producer is RuPaul. So go ahead and like tune into that. That's good. But what was you
Okay.
about to say?
I was
His
gonna say with
tagline.
RuPaul, he say, if you can't love yourself, how the hell you gonna love somebody else?
That's a very good question.
So the love I have for me is so different. I'm on my first day of self love challenge today, all
Was you with Coach
February.
Michelle?
Hmm?
With Coach Michelle?
So I started at 5 a.m. with Coach Katrina Nicole.
Okay.
They're doing a 5 a.m. prayer challenge. So I prayed, meditated, journal, had praise and worship this morning. And I'm also reworking in for the third time, shameless plug, Coach Michelle Kennedy, 21 days of self-love journey. So I'm on that. And I'm also doing some challenges on my own because it is something that I am testing out for myself to ensure that I'm doing the work. So when I introduce it to my new client, my self-love clients,
Good.
um, I know that it is proven because I am actually doing the work. No perpetrating, no
That's what's
giving
up.
everybody all these tools that I'm not utilizing. So
Exactly.
I am up for the ultimate challenge, changing my mindset, changing my diet, getting my mind right. Getting my mind right.
Good job. I'm proud of you too. You talking about me? Look, go ahead and get it.
Today a good day. I ain't look like this a few days ago, but after surrounding myself with like-minded people and leaning on the support that I have, not worried about the support that I don't, but truly leaning on them. First of all, they showed up, the tribe showed up, and everybody done gave me a word and uppercut me at the same time, in the nicest way possible,
Right.
let
I
me
got
know,
you.
like, girl, you here for us, we here for you. Hello. And I'm like, all right, y'all, just hold me down, because
Yep.
lift me up. Lift me
Yep.
up. 'Cause,
I need y'all to hold me real quick. Hold me
yeah.
for me. Yep. That's what's
So
up.
I'm feeling good.
Good, good, good. You're looking good too.
Thank you.
Number 8. If I want your opinion, I will ask for it. Unsolicited advice from people who project their insecurities is the worst. That's a mouthful
Mm,
too, especially the second part.
yeah.
It's the unsolicited advice part for me.
Mhm.
Like, and I'm a true believer in it. Now, don't get me wrong. There are times that if I'm close to you or if there's a specific common bond between me and someone, like
You
I will,
value that.
what do you say?
I say you have some type of value for that.
So, like for somebody like Shot, I might be like, "Hey, I know you ain't asking, but so and so and so and so and so and so." That's not a projecting of insecurity, but
We
it's
just set those boundaries, those healthy boundaries enough to be able to communicate like that. But it's kind of hard coming from somebody who you ain't never
right,
heard of, who you never talked to,
right,
or I mean, you heard of them, especially if they're family, but this the only time you call me?
right, right. It's to say, and to some instances or in some instances, they don't mean no harm. Like it
Mhm.
might look like, hey, I know you said you was probably looking for 80 people to do this event, but this is your first one, so you probably want to shoot for 30.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
No.
Like in their minds, they're trying to help sometimes, but they
Mhm.
don't know that this unsolicited advice is you're projecting your instinct. What you're doing is telling me that I don't have the capability of getting 80 people in this room. Who are you and how dare you tell me I can't do it in the way that God gave it to me?
Right. That's why you got to get around like-minded people and people that are doing better than you, because those other naysayers, they can't believe in you because they don't believe in themselves.
Exactly. They
Yeah.
don't know how to,
Yeah.
but they think that they're helping sometimes. Or
It's like that great idea that you have, as soon as you can get it out, it's just shot down. That's why, a lot of people say move in silence, don't tell, your left hand what your right hand doing, or don't disclose and share information, because it can, alter your decision
Yes.
on things. Because, you know, sometimes we're asking for opinion and guidance because we need it.
Right.
We actually need it, you
See,
know.
that's the difference. If I ask you for it, that means I value your opinion based on something that you've shown or proven to me in me being able to value what you'd have to say. So if I didn't ask you, that's almost me telling you, I don't think you even have the answer. So I'm not even going to ask you. So I don't want your answer. And I'm
Right.
not being mean. And then so Sierra says it's usually the ones that have not contributed in any form. How
Like,
do
you
you
let me shooting in the gym, you know, again,
right?
I'm very receptive to feedback, guidance, but I'm like, you don't even know the blueprint. You ain't come to not one practice.
Yep.
You
Yep.
so, you know,
You don't even know
sometimes
the vision.
I was gonna say sometimes people seeing stuff, you know, I'm always trying to play the good side because I really feel like this. People see stuff in us we don't see in ourselves.
True.
But it again, it's not what you say, it's how you say it. And when you have spirit of discernment and you in tune with you can hear it. So some of those jokes, you know, those
Right.
comments ending with LOL
Right.
and you know, just being overly opinionated. It's like, why do you even care? Or like, do you even care?
You care too much. Something's not right. You care entirely too much. Um all right. So we're gonna go to the because we're running out of time, but we're gonna go to number 9. I thought we were gonna have to break this up into 2 episodes, so we're doing really good
We
actually.
are. I'm filtering my mouth. Plus, I don't know, you see my little lip bust got busted in my football game last night. So I'm trying to
I wasn't gonna
hold
say
it in. It's
that.
okay. It's okay.
All right, it says, I'm not obligated to deal with you just because we are family. We kind of already talked about this too. You don't get a special pass. You just don't get it. There's no one actually in the world who gets a special pass. Now, I will extend grace to you to some degree, but it will not be now to forever that you
For
will
me,
be.
my bad.
No, go ahead. I was pretty much done. Go ahead.
I was just gonna say, for me, if you hold like a title in my life per se, I expect you to respect me.
Period.
I expect you to respect me. People out in the streets who don't know me, that is expected. But the people that I call family and friends, you know, I hold everyone to a different level of expectations on how you should treat me. Like being out in the street, if you see me going back and forth with somebody, you want to immediately take up for me because this is my family. Family got to stick together. But when it comes to us trying to have a conversation or you that family stuff go out the window. Let's hold each other to that same
Standard.
expectations. Like family is supposed to treat you good. Friends are supposed to treat you good. That's why you even have access to me. Well, one is
Yes.
bloodline, but the
Yes.
other is access to me. You supposed to give me that guidance, that nurturing, that love, that uplifting, that motivating. But you know, we all got our own internal
Right.
battles. I'm
I'm
just
supposed to want to run to you first before I run to anybody. I'm supposed to. Like it would be ideal.
yeah.
Unfortunately, it doesn't always end up that way.
But that's why family looks so different for us. I know even in our community, be like, hey, family, everybody family, if you're part of the gay community.
Yeah,
But you know, we have even created our own business family. You know, the tribe show up for you, girl. I seen them show up for you, and I'm just glad that we are a part of each other's tribe now
yeah,
because it feel good to have people that have a big heart like you don't want nothing from you but to just see you win.
yeah.
That is hard to come by. People have a whole motive of why they want to get close. But just to be around somebody that's like me, my boy, we gonna shine. You hear me?
Hey, wait, they. Oh, okay. We got to get to this last one because we ain't even shared the event yet. I was
Oh,
saying
okay, all right.
you just reminded me, so thank you. I'm so excited too. Last one, number 10 is if a family event will stress me out, I will not attend. You can come visit me though. I can control what happens at my house.
So you lost me in that. My energy is precious. Don't come visit me because I'm gonna have to save you at the door, honey.
See,
I'm gonna have to say,
I'm sorry. Go ahead.
I'm just saying what I have built here in my home to find peace where it was once toxic and lonely and depressing. everybody, no, you don't got the pin code to get in. Before I used to have a party house, have people over all the time, in and out. Now I'm just like looking on the camera like, you told me you was coming. You know what I'm saying? Let me know so I can let you know whether you're gonna have access when you get here. But you it really just rolls back to healthy boundaries. Like the stuff that I can feel and see and hear now just really being healing and being in tune, like that is not the place for me. It's
I
not.
feel you. It's like for me, if an event where people are going to be there, I'm not going to go. I mean, people that I just going to stress me out, but the people that's there, I'm not going to go. So if you, for the one person, the one cousin or the whatever, you can come to the house, but not that whole.
I guess for me, it just depends on my mood. Say if it's my favorite cousin birthday, and then I know some other people gonna be there that I'm not really too fond with, I'm gonna show up for my cousin. I might, peep in and get a church finger on out when I feel my energy start shuffling. But if I'm like available, then I'm gonna show up, and it may be for 10 minutes, 15 minutes, 30 minutes. But how I feel towards your distant cousin don't have nothing to do with my first cousin type stuff.
Right.
And it also just depends on my mood for the day. Sometimes I'm like, you know what? I can't be around none of that. And I need to stay in my safe zone, right?
Because if it's going to trigger something for me, and you are my favorite cousin, by you being my favorite cousin, you understand that it's a trigger for me.
Right. Because I done told you how I feel about that thing.
Right. And we going to go turn up, tomorrow or whatever. We still going to get it in. I just can't go there because my peace, my mental health is at stake this time.
Right.
And if you love me like you say you love me, you're going to understand what I'm saying. So that's it. All right, y'all. So you are tuned into yet another episode. Hold on. Daniel Lee says, remember when you said being around people just to see them win? He repeated you just to see you win.
Right.
Sierra says, I protect my peace at all costs. Everybody can't get in. You can't. You got to have a lock. You got to have some form of a code, security system.
Because before I had the door wide open. Now that was the wide open at the apartment. Now I'm in the penthouse. You don't got the access code?
Yeah.
I mean, you're giving out the access code.
And they teach you that growing up. Like as soon as you get your own, lock the door, lock the window. Look in the peephole. Don't open this door without knowing who. Like they tell you all of that, but then we get older and just let everybody in. Just anybody who looked familiar. Just anything we were just letting in, but not no more.
And the crazy thing is, people will still show up at your door. And what is so significant about that is you still don't have to open it. People gonna show up in your space. People gonna show up in your face. Old people to events, they gonna make their presence be known. They just gonna keep popping up. But guess what? My eyes is closed. I don't see none of that. I ain't acknowledging it. Don't have to even say who is it. I don't care how many cars you see outside. Nobody's home.
I'm gonna go and look and let you see me see you and still not answer, because what you won't do is just invade your way into my. I don't care. I don't have to show you that I don't see you showing up at my house unannounced. And I say that metaphorically and
definitely.
Miss Donna, as you would, says number 10 is her favorite one. All right, y'all. So we are out of here. But before we go, we got to share this event because this is why we do what we do. You have been tuned into an episode of Thick Skin with Jason Tolbert. And we have the one and only Miss Char Allen, certified life coach and entrepreneur, all around the resilient, inspirational warrior herself. We have an event coming up, y'all. And this is, Miss Donna says, y'all are good. I don't even need to check to see who it is. Exactly. So we got an event coming up, y'all. This is the only event. This is the premier event actually for the LGBT community, and this is just the first of many. I am going to pop this on there. So look, y'all, we'll be looking for vendors. You'll be wanting to get your ticket. I'm going to pop it on there. And Shar, if you want to go ahead and
of course
take it away. All right. I'm so excited. I can barely hold on.
All right, so Chit Chat and Jason the Architectober presents Let's Chat, which is our first LGBT empowerment brunch we are doing together. It will be Sunday, March 13th, 11 a.m. to 2 p.m. Sunday, March 13th, 11 a.m. to 2 p.m. We are looking for some vendors. We have some amazing panelists who are
Yes,
going to be ready to share their stories about business, family, and all other topics. We're only setting the tone. You do not have to be a part of our community
right.
to come out and show us some love. It's all about love, peace, and awareness that we are bringing and spreading. So we need all our allies, our family, our auntie, our Facebook aunties and uncles and nieces and nephews, everybody that we have collected along the way that
Yeah,
really just supports the vision that we have. Um, to let you know no more suffering alone, no matter what your background is, where you come from, and also no matter what your sexuality is. We are all people and we need love. That's what it's all about. Spreading love all 2022.
it's going to be at the newly renovated and newly opened up Studio 3903
Shout out
on
to our
Main.
girl Cynthia.
Yes, shout out to Dr. Cynthia Smith. This is her new venue. She mentioned the speakers. We got Black Barbie. She is host, entrepreneur. We have Terry Sam. He is everybody's favorite bartender.
Even mine when I was drinking. That's my
Yeah,
boy.
he's at Indigo right now, and Barbie is at Indigo right now as well. We got Lisa Scott. She is a pillar in the community, in the LGBT community. A lot of people look up to her and follow her. So we got her in the building. And then we have the one and only Miss Sherry B, Miss Pure Bell Locks, Lock Pro University, all that kind of good stuff. She is phenomenal as well. So you want to go get your tickets ASAP if you are a vendor. Okay, so our goal is to have all the people in the LGBT community to be the vendors, to be the speakers, and blah, blah, blah. However, it is not just limited to the LGBT community. So if you are a vendor and you want to come and be a vendor, absolutely come. We've got decor coming. We got DJs secured. We got caterers. Like,
That's right. See, this
it's
is an event to show us that can't nobody put us inside no box. We are not limited. We are limitless.
period.
Point blank.
And when you leave, the goal is for you to leave saying it doesn't matter my story, it doesn't matter anything, any of that doesn't matter. Only thing that matters is that I know that I can make it. I know I can keep going. I can do anything that my mind tell me I can do because God made me that way and it belongs to me. When I was born, He gave it to me. So
That's
we're
right.
going to make sure everybody knows and is empowered to go out and do exactly what it is that you know that you were meant to do. Whether you know it now or not, you're going to be empowered to go find out, figure it out, and make it work. So, like I said, vendors, get in contact with us. Also, if you are looking for tickets, the ticket link, we can put that in the comments as well. And this is just going to be a good old time. It's the first of its kind, and nobody else is doing it. Nobody else is taking up that space. So, Shar and I went on ahead and picked up that cross, and we gonna bear it. We gonna get it going. We gonna put it out there for everybody to enjoy.
Yeah, this is something new. This is something big. This is something huge. We are living testimonies of walking in our truth
Yes,
and having a purpose. We
yes,
can't be stopped.
yes, yeah. Oh, that's gonna be good. Okay,
Yeah.
all right, y'all. So we are out of here. Shar, is there any lasting thoughts that you wanted to leave with everybody?
No, I just want to say, stay true to you, love on yourself a little more, continue to support us. We cannot do it without you all. We love the energy and support. Sometimes that's all we need is an encouraging words and for somebody to believe in you. And we believe in each other and we appreciate y'all for believing in us. So
Period. I love it, love it, love it. Shar, before we get out of here, can you please let the people know how to get in contact with you, where they can find you?
absolutely. Y'all can find me at Shar Allen on Facebook, Cocktails of Sweetness on Facebook and Instagram, as well as Don't Play May May _. I'm gonna show y'all Coach Shar versus Don't Play May May. Listen, this transition is serious. So y'all
Sound like
follow me.
that sounds like a book. That sounds like an event. So Coach Shaw versus May.
Yeah.
I like
They're
that.
gonna get all us, every single side.
So get in contact with her for all your cocktail needs and for all your coaching needs. She got you. If she can't get you, she'll tell you how you can make sure you got.
You got them resources now plugged in.
And you know it. All right, guys. My name is Jason the Architect Tobert. You can also find me on all social media platforms. Thick Skin with Jason Tobert or Jason the Architect Tobert on Facebook. And Instagram is going to be thickskin.jasontobert or Jason_the Architect. And please go follow the YouTube, Jason the Architect. Please go subscribe so that we can get our first 100 followers so that we can get our own URL. If you're watching and you're listening right now, go do it right now. Go do it right now. Well, not right now because we're going to right after this end. Go do it. All right. You can catch us here every Tuesday from 1 to 2 p.m. Facebook, Instagram, YouTube. Shar, you've been more than wonderful. I don't know. The people seem to like us together.
Bring me back. Bring me back. You know I'm gonna do it. Bring me back.
So look, let's do this. Next week, I definitely would love to have you back on. But
all right.
You pick the topic.
All right.
Cool. All right. Yeah. So y'all heard it here first. She'll be back next week talking about something else. So before we get out of here, we want to remind everybody that's underneath the sound of our voice that please celebrate yourself, even if it's by yourself. Have a good one, guys.